Good morning, everyone. I am Sharon Vijaya Balakrishnan, a teacher in one of the primary schools in the district of Tinta Utara, Perak. I'm also a PhD candidate of Health University, Malaysia. The title of my presentation will be An Exploratory Descriptive Study on Primary School Teachers' Perception of Online Teaching. As for the background to the study, Johnson et al. In 2005 has said that the teaching profession is recognized as one of the most stressful professions. Mercer and Gregerson in 2020 said that teachers during the pandemic are contending with changes due to working from home, managing relationships with students, such as the maintenance of a positive student-teacher relationship that is so challenging online. Muhammad has said in 2018 that technology would assist teachers in improving their online teaching pedagogical skills. During this pandemic, teachers who have had difficulty teaching in face-to-face meetings will find it even more difficult to study it electronically. Problem of the statement: the mode of teaching has changed completely from face-to-face to online teaching due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Teachers are not ready to shift from face-to-face teaching to online teaching method. The statements are supported by Besser et al. In 2020 has said that teachers are experiencing stress due to the implementation of the online teaching and are affected psychologically as a result of needing to adjust in order to conduct online lessons. Lily et al. Has said in 2020 that online teaching restricts the ability of teachers to teach in an effective manner, which has changed the attitudes of teachers in teaching the English language. There are two research objectives and two research questions. As for the research objectives, the first one will be to investigate the perception of teachers towards online teaching. For the second one, to determine the challenges faced by teachers during online teaching. As for the research questions, there are two, which are: what is the perception of teachers on online teaching, and what are the challenges faced by teachers during online teaching? Significance of the research. The findings of the study will provide suggestions to teachers to tackle the challenges they face during online teaching and make their teaching and learning process in a much effective way. The finding of the study will also provide future researchers with a conceptual framework of the impact of online teaching on the readiness of teachers in embracing the digital tools in online teaching. Limitations to the research. We were not allowed to enter schools due to the MCO. Thus, interview was done through WhatsApp in a short span. More information could be obtained if we were allowed to meet the teachers in school. This study will be carried out only among teachers in Cluster 5 in the district of Tinta Utara. This study could be extended to generally all primary school teachers. There are 5 keywords chosen for the definition of terms: online teaching, which is also referred to as a virtual classroom or an online classroom. Online teaching is a means of instructing students using IT skills and digital platforms such as video conferencing, forum discussion, and digital applications. Challenges are issues or difficult situations faced by teachers in a classroom. When teachers face difficult conditions, obstacles, or hurdles while teaching in an online classroom, They face challenges in the teaching and learning process. English language is the second language of Malaysia and it continues to be a compulsory subject taught at all levels in every Malaysian school. It is important to tackle the language for online teaching and learning purposes. Digital competency is the fifth basic skill after listening, speaking, reading, and writing. ICT has been used widely in the education field, especially during the pandemic era. English language teachers have to upgrade their digital competency to deliver effectively while teaching online. Teachers' perception refers to teachers' beliefs or conceptual ideas concerning online teaching and their learners that are molded by their previous knowledge and life events and affect their professional conduct. A very simple conceptual framework was designed for this study. The researcher intends to look at the challenges faced by the teachers in online teaching and the perception of teachers towards online teaching. The technology acceptance model was the chosen underlying theory for the study. As for this theory, there are 3 points, 3 items that will be connected to look at the success of the online teaching. The perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, and the attitude towards online teaching. 4 studies were chosen to be reviewed for the past research. The first study was done in Indonesia in the year of 2020 by Lestinayawati and Widyantoro. The findings of the study suggest that online chat, video conference, and combining both online chat and video conference in online teaching and learning process helps the success of online teaching and learning. Al-Tahir in 2019 carried out a study in Arab which suggests that universities' readiness, technology barriers, self-competencies were some of the challenges in adapting e-learning that led to failure in the system. Giovanella carried out a study in Italy in 2020 which suggests that it found teachers had a positive perception of using technologies. Alia et al. Carried out a study in Indonesia in the year of 2020, which suggests that other challenges of e-learning related to teachers' lack of readiness to tackle students to fully participate and complete their task. The design of this research, a survey of mixed method approach. 20 primary school teachers from Cluster 5 in the district of Kinta Utara were chosen for the interview, while 102 teachers from Kinta Utara district were chosen for the questionnaire. There were 2 instruments used for the study. The first one is a web-based questionnaire, and the second one is the interview questions. The data was analyzed through descriptive analysis, questionnaire, the scoring and finding the percentage, mean, interpreting the data analysis, and stating the conclusion. For the interview, it was done through WhatsApp audio recording, transcribed, and categorized into themes. Next, the important data from the interview were used to support the data from questionnaire result. As for the reliability and validity, the items in the questionnaire and interview measured the perception of teachers and the challenges faced by teachers during online teaching. The questions were valid as the teachers gave answers that were similar and fell under certain relevant themes. As for the research ethics, the participants were informed that the teachers need not reveal the particulars and they will remain anonymous. They were informed that the data collected is only for research purpose. The demographic details of the questionnaire participants: a total of 102 participants, 48 male and 54 female. 38 of the participants fell under the age category of 23 to 30, 21 and 27 respectively for the age group of 31 to 40 and 41 to 50, while the remaining 16 fell under the category of 51 to 60 years old. 17 participants are from the rural area, 32 participants from the urban, while another 53 was from the suburban. As for the interview participants, 20 for a total, 7 are male and 13 are female. So the least number of participants fall under the category of 51 to 60 years old, 2 of them, followed by 3 of them in the group of 41 to 50, 4 from 31 to 40, and the most number of participants, 11 of them, fell under the category of the age group between 23 to 30. 3 of the participants were from the urban area, 5 from the suburban, and 12 from the rural area. Report of findings for the questionnaire. Teacher perceptions were investigated in terms of 3 aspects: perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, attitude towards online learning. 59.4% of teachers agree that an online learning system is useful for teaching. 61.8% of teachers agree that it is easy to operate an online learning system. 71.4% of teachers would encourage students to participate in the online classroom. This is the thematic map for the interview. So there are 4 major themes taken from the interviews. Those are the teachers' experiences of e-learning, effectiveness during COVID-19, challenges of the e-learning implementation faced by teachers, students' participation and assessment, and teaching methods for effective lessons. So as for the teaching methods for effective lesson, 2 sub-aspects were looked at: types of multimedia that suit students' learning styles, methods of teaching delivery. For the students' participation and assessment and feedback, different proficiency levels among students, students' attitudes and behavior, working parents. For the challenges of e-learning implementation faced by teachers, they had issues with internet connection, family background, and availability of mobile phones in students' families. Teachers' experiences of e-learning effectiveness during COVID-19, teachers' ICT skills, and e-learning acceptance among teachers. Teachers' experiences of e-learning effectiveness during COVID-19. 75% of teachers identified WhatsApp as the most effective tool compared to Google Classroom to carry out the online teaching because most parents have it and it's cost effective and did lesson plans according to the scheme of work. Lessons are disrupted at times due to connection issues. Teaching methods for interview lesson. Teachers had to come up with more creative ideas to teach. 65% of teachers gave worksheets because they were not familiar with the digital tools available. Challenges of e-learning implementation faced by teachers. Readiness of teachers in embracing the technology skills. Not convenient because not technology competent. Not all students have the proper infrastructure to support online teaching and learning. Students' participation and assessment. Poor participation by students due to network and infrastructure issues. Teacher unable to monitor students who are weak. A summary of the findings of the questionnaire and also the interview. In the findings of the study, the majority of teachers expressed that the use of online teaching was effective but with various limitations. Collaboration and innovation from stakeholders such as government, teachers, parents, and schools were crucial to optimize the efficacy and practicality of e-learning during this critical period. The data analysis indicated that teachers showed a positive perception of the usefulness of ease and use of the online teaching platform during the COVID-19 pandemic. Still, there were teachers who didn't agree that the online teaching was effective during the COVID-19 pandemic due to the lack of communication and interaction quality between teachers and students. Teachers' personal experiences, such as years of teaching experience, age, and education level, may lead to differences in their view about e-learning in teaching English. Conclusions and recommendations. Teachers' ability to innovate in designing and gathering materials and choosing the best application in line with the material and techniques will examine their success in conducting online learning. Teachers must be accustomed to their teaching by utilizing multifaceted online media packaged by the government, which can be effectively used, easily assessed, and understood by students. Teachers need more professional development courses to help enhance their digital skills in creating effective online teaching platform for students. Support from all stakeholders, including government, schools, teachers, parents, and the community is needed to achieve success in the online teaching and learning in schools. So thank you everyone. That's all for my presentation today. If there are any questions, we can further discuss. Thank you.